Today, we're going to be ranking every single Call of Duty game from worst to best. We're going to be excluding Call of Duties 1 through 3, not because they're bad games, but because barely anybody played them, so you probably don't care what I have to say. And this list is not my opinion, this list is factual. Without further ado, let's go. Coming in dead last at number 16 is going to be Call of Duty Vanguard. I mean, where do we even start with this game? It is absolutely terrible. The multiplayer was one of the worst I had played in a long time, and I genuinely could not play it for 20 minutes without getting bored. The maps were so forgettable, the guns were not that fun, and they didn't really have much personality. The zombies was just an absolute disaster. I can't think of a sadder release than this mode, and there's nothing bad to say about it because every single thing about it is terrible. This was the worst thing to ever happen to humanity. I mean, this makes Hitler look like a saint. Not to mention the most forgettable campaign of all time. I almost fell asleep while playing it, and it just amazes me that Vanguard manages to be the worst Call of Duty game in all modes. This game should be removed out the stores and everyone should be getting their refund. But moving on to number 15, which is going to be Advanced Warfare. Now, some people might like this game, but there just isn't a whole lot of substance. I wasn't a big fan of the multiplayer because I'm not really, a futuristic Call of Duty guy. The campaign was forgettable. I mean, it wasn't bad, but let's be honest, no one's going back to play the Advanced Warfare campaign, and Exo Zombies is just, gosh, I'd rather just shoot myself in the head than play any of those gosh darn maps. Advanced Warfare isn't a terrible game, but it's not a game I would ever go back to, and I definitely do not miss playing it. Coming in at number 14 is going to be Call of Duty World War II. Now, Call of Duty World War II is one of the most hated Call of Duties of all time, but I actually did enjoy the multiplayer. The multiplayer wasn't too bad. I didn't like the loot crate system, obviously. The loot box system, that was just, oh my gosh, that was so bad. But the multiplayer was actually fun at times, and I don't think it was too bad. The campaign was pretty bad. I don't really care for the campaign. I don't even think I finished it. I got bored halfway through. And zombies was terrible. Why is zombies always bad in these other games? Overall, World War II had a fun multiplayer at times. The zombies was pretty bad, campaign was pretty bad, so it's pretty low on the list. The number 13 spot is going to be going to Modern Warfare 2. No, not that Modern Warfare 2, this Modern Warfare 2. The newest Call of Duty in this series is one of the worst of all time. The campaign was okay, not really anything special. I really prefer the Modern Warfare 2019 campaign to this. And honestly, it just feels like Modern Warfare 2019, but worse. Playing this game's multiplayer is just straight boring, and there's just so many sweats that it's not even fun. This game's multiplayer is just lackluster. The campaign isn't that good. Spec Ops, we don't even talk about that, man. Modern Warfare 2 2022 was a complete failure. Well, not a complete failure, but it was pretty bad. Moving on to the number 12 spot, we've got Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 might be one of the more controversial Call of Duties in recent history. Black Ops 4's multiplayer was pretty bad in my opinion. I'm not really a big fan of the whole system they had going on with the specialists, with the stims packs, with the guns. I didn't really like it, man. The campaign, there is no campaign. Now, I love campaigns in Call of Duties. They're one of my favorite parts of the game, if not my favorite. I'm a big campaign guy, and Black Ops 4 traded it out for a Fortnite ripoff. Blackout was the battle royale that Call of Duty had before Warzone, and honestly, it actually wasn't too bad. Let's be honest, Blackout, I mean, it's not anything crazy, but Blackout was fun when it first came out. Unfortunately, you can't play it anymore. It wasn't too bad, man. It was fun, it was chaotic, it was crazy. Zombies, however, is definitely the worst in the Black Ops series. It's not the worst zombies of all time, but it's the worst in Treyarch wise for sure. Black Ops 4 zombies, the whole system was ruined. The perks, the character's story, it was all terrible. So that's why Black Ops 4 is down here on the list. Coming in at number 11 is going to be Infinite Warfare. Now, Infinite Warfare is one of the most hated Call of Duties of all time, but in my opinion, I actually think it's one of the most underrated. I mean, let's take a look at the multiplayer. The multiplayer was hated by a lot of people, but I actually enjoyed the multiplayer. I enjoyed the Infinite Warfare multiplayer over games like Black Ops 4, Advanced Warfare, Vanguard, even Modern Warfare 2 from this year. I mean, I actually think it's really decent. Also, the campaign was okay. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was decent. And zombies. Now, zombies is where a lot of people don't know about this game. They don't know about Zombies in Spaceland, Rave in the Redwoods. They have some quality maps. The system is really great. The perks. Honestly, Infinite Warfare, if you've never played this game, play it. It's not bad. It's good. I promise you, every mode is good, but not great. The number 10 spot will be going to Modern Warfare 2019. Modern Warfare 2019 was a reboot of the original Modern Warfare franchise, which is one of the best franchises in gaming history. The community was so excited and ready for this game to release, and when it did, it didn't disappoint. It was a really good game. The multiplayer was great. All the class systems, you know, the new things they had going on, like a tactical sprint. It was a very new and modern game that was really different from a lot of other Call of Duties, but I really enjoyed the multiplayer and I had a lot of good times and memories on this game. And the campaign also was really incredible. I really loved the campaign. Maybe it's not like top 5 of all time, but the campaign was very good and I'll definitely play it again. This game introduced the battle pass system, the loadout system, the new class system. That new engine that this game ran on was incredible. And you know what? It was a good Call of Duty. I don't like the battle pass. But I like this Call of Duty. At the number 9 spot, we'll be going with Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, this may be a shocker or a surprise to some people, but I think Call of Duty Ghosts is not as bad as people make it out to be. The multiplayer was actually very fun back in the day. I actually really enjoyed Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer. I'm not saying it's one of the best, but it's in the middle. It's just average. Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer is so underrated, and the campaign, it just might be the most underrated campaign in Call of Duty history. I still want a Call of Duty Ghosts Part 2. Get mad at me. Get mad. I know you're mad. Get mad. But moving on to the number 8 spot, we're gonna go with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Cold War was the last good Call of Duty in my opinion. You know, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, yeah, they're not that good. Cold War was a breath of fresh air in the community and for every mode, honestly. I mean, the multiplayer was different, but honestly, the multiplayer isn't really where this game shined. I wasn't a big fan of the multiplayer. I really didn't like it, but it wasn't too bad. However, where this game shines is the campaign and zombies. The campaign might actually be one of the best of all time, maybe right outside the top 5, like 6 best ever. This campaign was so incredible and it had multiple endings. Guys, if you have never played the Cold War campaign, go play it. You will not regret it. And zombies. Cold War brought back zombies. It's not none of that Vanguard bullshit. It's real zombies, classic zombies, and it's fun. It's just a fun game. I like Cold War. I like it. Coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be Modern Warfare 3. I mean, of course, Modern Warfare 3 is going to be good. It was just a copy and paste multiplayer for Modern Warfare 2, just without the nuke tubes. But in all seriousness, Modern Warfare 3, of course, was such a great multiplayer and you'll always have fun. Even today, I load up Modern Warfare 3 because the multiplayer is just so good, so much fun. And the campaign was the ending. The campaign was kind of sad though, I'm not going to lie. You know, I'm not going to spoil it actually, but you know what happens if you played it. But I will say the campaign was very, very good. However, it was not as good as the first 2 Modern Warfare campaigns, but it was still good. Modern Warfare 3 is just that game. No one hates it, but no one loves it. Well, actually, I think people do hate it. Coming in at number 6 is going to be Black Ops 3. Now, Black Ops 3 doesn't have as good as a multiplayer as Modern Warfare 3. It doesn't have as good as a campaign. I mean, the campaign was just the worst in Call of Duty history, probably. So what I'm trying to say is that the multiplayer is okay. The campaign was terrible. But the zombies mode in this game saves Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 zombies is so amazing. It's the reason I had to put Modern Warfare 3 under Black Ops 3. I know a lot of people might disagree with that, and I understand. Modern Warfare 3 has better multiplayer and campaign, but Black Ops 3 zombies, I'm sorry. I'd rather get rid of Modern Warfare 3 than get rid of Black Ops 3. I am a zombies lover and a Black Ops lover, and Black Ops 3 will always hold a special place in my heart. Moving into the top 5, at the number 5 spot, this might come as a bit of a surprise, but it's gonna be Modern Warfare 2. I know a lot of people consider Modern Warfare 2 as the greatest Call of Duty game of all time, but I don't see it that way. The reason is, I'm not denying it's a great game. It's one of the best games ever made. I just feel like the other games just have a more gritty feeling, and they have more substance, they have more content. Modern Warfare 2 has a great multiplayer and a great campaign, but I just think the other games are just better. Do you get what I mean? Modern Warfare 2 isn't bad, the other games are just better. At the number 4 spot, we will be going with World at War. World at War is probably the most violent and most gruesome and brutal Call of Duty, especially its campaign. I will say, I like the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer more than the World at War multiplayer, but the World at War multiplayer might get a lot of hate, and I don't understand why. I really like the World War 2 settings. I don't know how to explain this. I just like the games where it's more realistic. You know what I mean? You can really feel the atmosphere, really feel what war is really like, and that's why I really like World at War. And not to mention, it also has zombies. Zombies is a big thing for me. That's why I like all the Black Ops, because I like zombies. I like content. You know, I'm not just a multiplayer guy, and you can only play the campaign so many times. And speaking of campaign, World at War has one of the best campaigns of all time, and you can play with your friends, so that's pretty cool. The way this game just portrays and shows us the real side of war, it's honestly touching, man, and this is one of the best games ever made. I love the multiplayer, I love the campaign, and this is where zombies started. I love zombies. I love this game. Coming in at the number 3 spot, it's gonna be the classic COD 4 Modern Warfare. A lot of people might disagree with this, and a lot of people would think that Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2 are better than COD 4, but for some of the similar reasons I had World at War at number 4, COD 4 is just more like realistic in my opinion. I like the dark atmosphere that it portrays, and you might see a common trend in this. You know, I like the games where they show the real side, and it's just an art. I think video games should be an art. The multiplayer is so incredible. I could play this multiplayer for years and years, and I will never get bored. It's one of the best of all time, and the campaign is where this game really shines. This is the top 3 campaign in Call of Duty history. Top 3. A lot of people are sleeping on Call of Duty 4, and if you're one of those people, go buy the game and play it right now. Now, a lot of people are really divided when it comes to the number 1 and 2 spot, but at number 2, it's gonna be Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is probably the most loved Call of Duty by the community, and for good reason. It is the second best Call of Duty of all time. I love this game. It has a special place in my heart and always will. One of the first games where I completed the campaign 10 times. And of course, the multiplayer, it's probably the best multiplayer in Call of Duty history, if I'm being honest. I do think it's the best, and the campaign is just incredible, man. The multiple options you have, but that isn't really what I like about this campaign. A lot of people like the multiple endings and stuff like that, but I just like the atmosphere, and I just like the story. I don't think there's a series like Black Ops 1 and 2 that can have a better story and better characters than this game. These stories and campaigns that these games have is incredible, and Black Ops 2 is probably the number 2 campaign of all time. And lastly, zombies. Now, zombies is, a lot of people don't like zombies in this game, but of course I do like zombies in this game. I love Black Ops 2 zombies. However, Origins is overrated, guys, let's be honest. But of course, I do love Black Ops 2 zombies, and I always will, and I do play it to this day. However, I do not think it is the best zombies of all time. This means that at the number 1 spot, the greatest Call of Duty game ever is none other than Black Ops 1. A lot of people might not agree with this, but hear me out. The multiplayer, I think it's a top 3 multiplayer of all time. Probably number 2 multiplayer, right behind Black Ops 2. But the reason I have it above Black Ops 2 is for the campaign and the zombies. The campaign is just the best campaign of all time, the best story, the best characters. Guys, Reznov in this game, the story, the narrative where you find out you're being brainwashed by the numbers, all the missions, the gameplay, the people you meet along the way. This is the best Call of Duty campaign ever, and I don't really think it's a debate. I think Black Ops 2 is the second greatest campaign ever, but what Black Ops 1 did and its story and its twist, I think Black Ops 1 campaign just separates it from just video games in general. And the biggest thing that pushes this game over the top for me as the best Call of Duty ever is the zombies. I think it has the best zombies mode of all time, even better than Black Ops 3, because Black Ops 1 has a good balance of hardness. Not that kind of hard, okay, calm down. A lot of these new Call of Duty games, and even games like Black Ops 3, I mean, let's be honest, they're just too easy. I know you could just say don't use Gobblegum, but who's not gonna use Gobblegum? Come on. Black Ops 1 has the best maps, it has the most fun weapons. The reason I have Black Ops 1 zombies over all the other zombies is the guns. It has more personality. Black Ops 3 guns just are not, they don't have that much personality. They're all just futuristic guns that aren't really, you know, they're all okay, they're all good. But I like when there's a gun that's just super good in the box, but I also like when there's a gun that is just absolutely shitty. I like getting the China Lake and I like getting the ray gun. It's just two different sides of the story. The main reason this Zombies is the best is because of the maps. I mean, there's not a single bad map. There's not even a single average map. Kino der Toten 5, Shangri-La, Call of the Dead, Moon, I mean Ascension. I can go on and on about all these great maps. And of course, the mechanics are actually my favorite in Black Ops 1. I like the 4-hit system and you regenerate health very fast. I don't like in some of the other games you regenerate health very slowly and I just can't clutch. I can't do what I'm best at, and that's being a good zombie player in the 4th quarter like I'm Kobe Bryant. But guys, that was my Call of Duty games list. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad at this list like they were mad at my zombies list, but you know what, I'm here for the criticism. My opinion is the best. Come on, let's be honest. But yeah guys, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out my other channels in the description. Subscribe. Have a good day.